I did a thing. I could not contain myself, okay? I had a Dyson. I sold my Dyson. I got a new Dyson. I really wanted to try the new Dyson technology where you can shift the airflow from one side to the next. I wanted to try this new attachment for flyaway hairs, and I just loved the color of this Dyson so much. I could not resist it, okay? So I did everything I could to get my hands on it. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you all of the differences between the new Dyson versus last year's Dyson, which is the one that I had. I have some pros and some cons that I want to discuss with you. And overall, I'm just really excited about it. So if you're excited for this video, by the way, hi beautiful. If you're excited for this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. My new Dyson has been out of the box for like a month now because I wanted to make sure to get ready for this video, to use every attachment I could for this video so that I could give you a true informed comparison between this Dyson and last year's Dyson. So I have a video on when I first bought my Dyson last year. At first it took me a while to figure it out, so I came into this year knowing exactly what I like to do when I use my Dyson. Don't you dare take a shot every time I say Dyson, because you will not survive this video, okay? Let me just go ahead and tell you things that I noticed right away between this one and the previous one. First of all, obviously the color is different. They come out with a different color every year. And so this year's holiday color is this absolutely stunning purpley shade right here with a very intense blue undertone versus last year's, which was more of like a navy blue. Something I noticed right away is that this one, you can't really open it like this, like it won't come out. You actually have to open it from the corner so that it's easy to open, and the top comes out the whole way. So last year's packaging had an extra little flap of material right here. You would open it like this and it would just hang right here. It wouldn't fully detach. That to me, I mean, I don't know if it's a positive or a negative. It's just a little bit different. I do kind of preferred it when it just would hang out right here so that it's not all over the place. But again, that's personal preference. Once you open it, this is sort of what you see on the inside. I'm saying sort of because obviously every single thing was kind of like wrapped in some paper, I believe, and I took it off because I've been using it for a month. And one thing I immediately noticed that is unfortunately a negative for me is, especially because I use this box a lot, I usually store majority of the things in here. This little thing right here that comes off, it used to be this beautiful velvet material that is all around the box of the Dyson, and now unfortunately it's just a black piece of cardboard. Definitely not as luxurious as it used to be, and that's not the worst part. The worst part is that I think it's a bit more flimsy and it can be broken much more easily. When it was the velvet material, it just felt a lot more durable, and if you like me love to use the case of the Dyson, then that's a little bit of a negative for sure. Anyways, moving on to the color of the actual Dyson. Last year's was navy and gold, and this year it's this beautiful purpley shade with the rose gold all around. Now, I'll give you a huge positive for the new style of Dyson that came out this year, and that is that you can now select whether you want the short hair version or the long haired version of the Dyson. Of course, I selected the long-haired version, and mine has the long hair attachment, which used to be a huge miss on the previous model, because the previous model came with short hair attachments and you would have to separately purchase the long hair attachments if you, like me, had long hair, which when I first reviewed it last year, I didn't have any long hair attachments, and that is the main reason why it wasn't working for me. So thankfully they heard our prayers, and now they come with long hair attachments straight away. So this is the thicker one of the two and the one that I used today, which just gives me kind of like loose waves. They also have a bit of a more narrow attachment, which is this one right here, if you want your curls to be a little bit more defined. And then there is a skinnier one that you can also purchase separately. That one doesn't come in the kit. I didn't purchase it because I actually have it from my previous Dyson. When I bought the longer attachments, I bought the skinnier one, so that is perfect because now I have all 3 sizes. Another amazing great thing they did, and honestly the main reason why I switched my Dyson to this one, is that you can now switch the airflow back and forth from one side to the other. So if you've used the Dyson before, you know that the air flows in a circle around the barrel, and that is what makes the Dyson catch your hair and curl it, right? It makes it very easy for you to curl your hair at home and for you to have a result at home that looks like you got a blowout at a salon, basically. Before, you used to have to switch back and forth between one side of the hair where you wanted the air to flow this way and the other side where you wanted the hair to flow the other way. So now you don't have to change the barrel, you just switch it back and forth right here, and it is a lot more convenient. Not that the previous thing was horrible to do, it was okay to do, but this just makes much more sense. And it also allows you to have more attachments in your little bin right here, which we'll get to. So this is attachment number 1 and attachment number 2, my curling barrels. And then the other reason I wanted to switch mine was this attachment right here. So it used to come with a blow dryer looking attachment before, and that is exactly what this does. When you switch it here, the air just comes out of these little vents right here and you can dry your hair the way you normally would. Now, what is ingenious about this one is the fact that you can switch the airflow from here to this little triangular thing right here, and this makes the airflow come out of the sides. And this is the attachment that will make your little flyaway hairs come the F down. But basically you can just blow dry your hair on the direction where you want your little hairs to lay, and it will fully flatten majority, if not all, of your flyaway hairs, which is, I think, amazing. My next favorite attachment has to be the round brush. Whenever I'm going to dry my hair, I rarely go for this one. I usually just do it with the round hair attachment because I can dry my hair and give my hair a little bit of volume all at the same time. Plus, you can totally run this one all throughout the hair and it dries it really, really fast. I love this one for volume up at the top as well. And overall, I think that the round brush attachment is great. I think one improvement they can do in the future, and I'm no hair expert, but like, you know, I can have my opinions, right? One thing they can do in the future, I think, is having different sizes of the round brush. I feel like this one is great. I actually probably would prefer this one, but I know that a lot of people would also probably like a thicker round brush to give a bit more volume, and for longer hair, I feel like that would be very, very convenient. I don't think that that exists, but maybe it does. But if it doesn't, it would be a wonderful, wonderful idea. And then the last attachment that I use is this one right here, which is the brush that gives you straight hair. Now, this one is a little bit tricky to use in my opinion because you can't really use it on its own. I mean, you can, you do use it on its own, but it doesn't flatten your hair if you just brush it like this. I find that in order for me to get the best results and the straighter hair, I have to pull the ends of my hair at the bottom and then brush this one through all the way to the end. And when you create that tension by pulling the hair a little bit with your hand before you go through your hair, it actually makes your hair straighter than if you just brush your head with this one on its own. I feel like creating tension by pulling the hair down a bit before you brush it definitely helps. There is one more attachment, but I don't use it, and that is this brush right here. So as you can see, they are very, very similar, but they're just meant for different hair types. So since my hair loves to be straight, it doesn't need much help being straight, I can get away with using this brush right here. But if you have very curly hair, the brush they recommend to straighten it is this brush right here, which is a little bit different. The bristles are placed differently and it's supposed to just straighten your hair better when you use this one. So that is all of the attachments, and I'm going to go ahead and show you some images of me doing my hair using my Dyson. So the first one I want to go through is when I used the smaller barrel to create curls. And one thing to note is that, as I said, my hair loves to be straight, so you obviously need styling products to go along with your Dyson, and one that works wonders for me, and it has ever since I discovered it last year, is this right here. This is the Color Wow Extra Large Bombshell Volumizer, and I love to run this through my hair. I don't put it all the way at the root, I leave a few inches, but then from there all the way to the ends. This is a foam, and this is definitely the product that totally helps my curls stay, and I had never had curls that lasted over a day. This actually makes my curls last at least a couple of days. Now, when I curled my hair using the skinnier handle, I did it by holding my wand upside down, and I actually love doing this because I feel like it gives me much more control over how the curl is going to look at the end, because I can kind of lay it flat with my hand by twisting it around the barrel. And I love the way this looks. I know this is not the traditional way of using the Dyson, but I watched Jen Atkin do it in a video once, and I do love for the smaller barrel when I put my hair around the barrel myself, because I know exactly what to expect when it comes out, and the curls look a lot neater and a lot more even when I do it like this. So I wanted to show you kind of the results when I curl my hair this way. So take a look right there. I've been kind of preparing for this video for a while, so I also filmed me one day using the round brush attachment, and for this one I also used some products on the root of my hair. I used the Color Wow Raise the Root Volumizer. This one's not actually my favorite, but it's currently the only volumizer that I have in my collection. I probably need to switch it because honestly it's not my favorite, but it is what I had at hand. Anyways, I love using the round brush like I told you before, and especially to create a bit more volume at the top. And with this one I also kind of love to twist my hair around the brush because I feel like it creates more tension and I end up having a little bit more volume. So I do love to help the brush a bit by placing the hair around it because I feel like creating that extra tension definitely helps with the volume. The other attachment I used on this day was the brush to straighten my hair, and I just wanted to show you how I create tension by kind of pulling the ends of my hair and then brushing through it. I truly feel like this gets my hair much more straight and a lot faster. So if you have wavy or curly hair and you want to try this method, definitely let me know down below how it goes for you, because I didn't really see anyone do this, but I just found that it helped a lot when using the attachment for straight hair to create that extra tension as well. And one other product I definitely wanted to mention to use, I use this product whenever I style my hair, and it gives the most incredible shine. It makes your hair super soft, it hydrates the hair, it is fantastic. I could not recommend it enough, and I have to be very careful with it because I tend to overdo it. Is this right here, the Verb Ghost Oil. This has a smoothing moringa blend and it is a weightless hair oil. I will say I don't think this weighs your hair down, but I usually just use one pump for my whole entire head, and when I tell you the shine that this gives is incredible, you better believe me, okay? This gives you the shiniest, softest hair ever. My favorite time to use this, and the reason I'm telling you about it right now, is when I straighten my hair. So whenever I'm done using this attachment, or if I flat iron my hair or whatever, this is the product that I always go for because it gives unreal shine to your hair, and I feel like it just makes it look incredible. I could not recommend this one enough. Lastly, I have a third little demo using the thicker barrel attachment, and that is actually when I did my hair today. So in this demo, I am using this curling attachment the traditional way. I'm holding my hair a few inches from the end and I'm letting the air catch it to then just bring it in closer to my hairline and to let it do its thing, okay? I knew that today I wanted my hair to have some volume and I wanted my hair to have a wave in it, but I didn't want a very tight curl. I just wanted to go for the professional blowout at home type of a look, and so I used it the traditional way, of course, using my bombshell volumizer all throughout my hair so that the waves hold. And this right here is the way it looked when it was freshly done, but that was like 3 to 4 hours ago, and I have ran my fingers through it quite a few times. So after the hair kind of descended and after also a few hours, this is how things are looking over here. Again, it's like if I had gone to get a blowout professionally done, but I was just able to do it myself at home. Overall, obviously, if what you're wondering is whether or not to get a Dyson, I highly recommend it. I very, very rarely did my hair before I got my Dyson last year, and ever since I've had it, be it this one or the previous version, I find that I get excited to actually dry my hair at home and to have more presentable hair for every day. If you've been watching my channel for a while and you've seen my videos from like 3 years ago to now, my camera just died, I'm sorry. I used to very rarely have my hair done in videos, and ever since I purchased my Dyson last year, I feel like not in all of my videos, definitely not in every single one of them, but in majority of the videos I've uploaded since, my hair looks a lot more presentable. It looks like it's got some shape. It looks like I'm doing something to it because I am using my Dyson whenever I wash my hair to dry it out. And so for a few days out of the week, my hair looks really nice in my videos. So yes, I do recommend the Dyson. I know it is a pretty penny. I could have never ever thought I would ever be a Dyson person because I could not see myself spending the amount of money that a Dyson is. And I have now done it twice. I did obviously sell my previous one so I could put that money towards getting this one, and of course I had intentions of filming this video with it. So with the Sephora sale coming up very soon, if you are a VIB Rouge or a VIB, you can get 15 or 20% off of your Dyson when the sale starts for you at the end of this month. So if you've been thinking about it, I do highly recommend it. I do like this new version a lot. I love the packaging. No, by the way, don't wait all the way till right before Christmas, because these sell out every year in their limited edition color, and then they sell out in the regular color, and then right before Christmas, everyone who wants a Dyson is looking for one like crazy because they're nowhere to be found. The Sephora sale, I'm telling you, the Sephora sale, if you're a Rouge or a VIB, is the best time to get them because you can get them with a 15 or a 20% discount. And overall though, minus the few little details like the velvety thing and whatnot, I do really like this new version better than my previous one, just because this right here is so freaking convenient to not have to switch the barrel back and forth, and also mainly because you don't have to spend $600 on getting the shorter version to then spend an additional $70 or $80 to get extra attachments because you have long hair. You can get the long-haired version of the Dyson right out the gate, and then you don't need to buy any additional things to get your hair to look the way you want your hair to look. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. These holiday Dysons also come with a travel thing. So this is what this year's looks like right here. It's like this long one for you to store. Let me just go ahead and use it for the first time. I haven't actually done so you can store your Dyson in here. Okay, I just figured it out. This is actually my first time doing this, so this is the way it ended up looking for me. I might have done something wrong, I don't think so though. So this is what it looks like if you just want to like travel with it. In here I have the actual Dyson and I have 3 attachments: the round brush, a curling barrel, and the hair dryer attachment all fit in here. And it looks okay, but it was a huge struggle to get the cables to go inside of this pocket right here. So you put the cables in here, the actual Dyson here, and then you have a big pocket where you can add the additional stuff. I don't like this. Last year's Dyson had a little triangular looking bag. You just opened it at the top and put everything you wanted inside of there, and it was so much faster than having to struggle for like 3.5 minutes to put my cable into this pocket. So that is the other thing that they changed, and I don't really like this little bag. I know it's like the very minor things, but I wanted to make sure I told you all of the differences I found between my previous one and this one, and whether or not I like this one or the other one better. Overall, once again, I do like this one better because of the convenience of switching the airflow from one side to the next, plus the extra attachment that this one came with, this one here, that helps with the little flyaway hairs. I think that the new technology of this Dyson definitely overpowers the minor setbacks that I found in this one versus the previous version. And once again, of course, the fact that you can choose the length that you need. So yes, I like it. I highly recommend it. Also, if you have the older version of this Dyson and you already spent your money on the longer attachments, do not feel the need to switch to this one. I don't think that's necessary. You already have the length of barrels that you need. But if this is your first time getting a Dyson and you're seeing an older version versus a newer version of the Dyson, I do recommend that you get the newer one because overall it is better. Please let me know down in the comment section if this video was helpful at all, because I'm a little bit insecure about it right now. And also don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Usually I'm over here talking about mainly makeup and some skincare, but I do like to throw in a hair video every once in a while. So if you want to see more of my videos, please don't leave without subscribing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.